Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to Propaganda with Mick and Jacob. I feel like today might be a little bit more rant sesh because of the Super Bowl halftime show.
And Which halftime show?
Oh,
which anthem?
Actually, we watched both. We ended up watching both, seeing clips from both, and I feel like the Turning Point one was a little cringy. I'm sorry.
We called it. I mean, I don't know if there was a single serious person that thought it would be a good halftime show. Like, I think there was expectations, and then they might have been a little bit higher, a little bit lower from where your expectations were.
Yeah.
But if there was anyone that was calling for a good Turning Point halftime show, I remember we talked about it in one of our first episodes, and we were like, "There's just no way
that it's gonna be good.
Like, they're gonna get some cringy, you know."
I will give them
whatever.
But also, it's a huge thing to sit there and say we're gonna make an alternative to the Super Bowl halftime show.
True.
I mean,
and it didn't absolutely flop either, which is
it really
impressive
didn't.
in and of itself. Numbers for sure didn't flop. The Turning Point All-American Halftime Show generated 20 million live viewers across platforms. So 20 million live viewers, not even people after.
Guys, that's pretty good.
It was projected to reach 40 to 50 million total views within the next 24 hours. It was ranked number 1 as the entertainment event in YouTube history. Ranked number 1 as US live stream in YouTube history. Ranked number 1 as American event in YouTube history. I mean, American event, what classifies as that? Whatever. Ranked number 1 as English language live stream in YouTube history. English language live stream. Largest independent Super Bowl alternative broadcast ever recorded. So, it wasn't a flop.
No, I don't think it was a flop. I think
it was cringy. I think it was like, or whatever.
I don't know.
It's cool that they're at least providing an alternative.
Absolutely.
Even if it's terrible. And if anything, I don't think it was to show that Turning Point can make a good halftime show. I don't think it was supposed to show that, like, oh, we have all these better artists. Come listen to Kid Rock. Like,
yeah.
No one under the age of 50 knows who that is. Like, I think what it shows is that, like, there's a appetite for that. And the NFL isn't providing it, and fans of the NFL, avid football fans, are feeling left out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not very included in an inclusive sport like the NFL, where everyone's inclusive. Their number one fan base, their most followed demographic of people, feel pretty left out. Turns out. So, all in all, what did you think about it?
It was fine. I didn't know a single artist at the Turning Point halftime show. But also,
like,
I didn't know what was going on with the Bad Bunny one too. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And honestly, I hadn't listened to Bad Bunny at all. And you didn't either. I don't want to hear that you knew Bad Bunny either. All these people are like, oh, I love Benito. Oh my gosh, Benito, he's doing the halftime show.
Yeah.
You
found out his first name like last week.
You did not even know who this guy was. You can't name a single song. You can't even sing a lyric or a chorus to one of his songs.
The reason he's so popular is because of his Latin American, Hispanic audience, right? There's obviously a huge population in Central and South America, right? And they love his music. That's why he's super popular. Unfortunately, that doesn't translate to fans and followers in popularity in the US. It does among the small percentage of Hispanic-speaking Latin American fans that also happen to listen to that type of music. Mm-hmm. It does. It translates to them, but not to anyone else, unfortunately. And you see all these people glazing the halftime show, all these people, greatest halftime show ever, this and that. Oh, I loved it. The atmosphere, the vibe, But you look at the stadium, and there's like viral videos going out every single day now since the Super Bowl, and the stadium's dead. It'll show a couple here, 2 girls here, a guy here, like dancing, whatever, you know. But this stadium is dead. Okay? And then you're like, okay, well, it's just a halftime show, whatever. People are going to the bathroom, getting hot dogs and beer, you know, whatever. I don't know. But no. In fact, I saw a clip the other day of the Weeknd halftime show. And I mean, you can feel the stadium from your phone. Like, people are actually excited. People are singing. The atmosphere of the stadium. That is a vibe. That is a show. That's an entertainment product, you know?
Well, Jacob, Benito made it on purpose that way because it wasn't for the people in the stands.
Who is it for?
It was for the people tuning in, for the Hispanic community.
Well,
which I was like, kind of like, that's everyone's argument online. And I'm like, well, that's a little racist thing. The Hispanic community isn't in the stands. What are you saying? They can't go to the Super Bowl?
Right, so it's not for the people in the stands? I don't know. What is...
But he did it on purpose. Like, the grass was on purpose so that people that got tickets couldn't see him, is what everyone was saying. I don't know if that's true. That's just all of these comments. That's all of the reports that Right.
Right.
Right. They're like, oh, that's so smart of him. He's in the grass and they can't see him. Oh my gosh, give me a break.
So anyways, you compare it to other halftime shows. Sorry to interrupt. I wasn't done. You compare it to other halftime shows and you see the difference. You see the crowd, you feel the energy, and you know that there's a difference in performance and in how it was received by the crowd and the participants. And I'm sorry, the millions of Hispanic, Spanish-speaking people in this country that love him, what about everyone else? What about Americans? What about people who speak English? What about people who don't care about Bad Bunny or Spanish or his type of music? I'm sorry, there's some of them out there. A lot of them actually happen to be in the stands. So you see these videos coming out, and regardless of everyone saying how amazing it was, the energy they felt, the experience, it's like, no, that's not what we're seeing. People are showing, they're deadpanning the camera, and it's just dead silence. Seats are missing. People are just walking out. People are on their phones. Like, everyone's just
They lied about the
there.
views too.
Yeah.
I knew it when those reports came out that this was the most watched Super Bowl of all time. I was like, okay, let's see in the next few weeks when stuff starts coming out.
I'm
and
sure
guess
we'll
what
see
it
more.
did?
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll see more.
Well, what they're saying is that reporting shows that viewership during the actual halftime segment of the entire Super Bowl production was down. And it was down more than it has been in past years. So how do you prove that? What are the numbers on that? Like, where are the credible sources? We'll have to see. We'll have to wait till they come out. But that's what reports are showing as of now. And I mean, that's the same thing with every halftime show, though. They're like, oh, 120 million people watch this halftime show. It's like, well, how many of them watched the game? And then how many of them are you just specifically saying watch the halftime show, who stayed, who, whatever. So
right. It's different than people that watched the game and then people that watched the short little halftime show, which was, it was really short. I felt like it was like,
it was really super short. It was like, that's not normal. Halftime shows go for like 20 minutes. Like, that's a production. There's a reason that that's such a, main event of the Super Bowl. There's a reason it's announced 6 months in advance. Like, it's a big deal. And for that to be like a 3-minute performance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many songs he sang because I couldn't really tell when one song ended and the next song started because the music is not that good. Sorry for you guys to
That was crazy.
The music isn't that good, but even if I could understand the words, I really couldn't understand when the song would stop and when another one would start. Unless it was a dead stop, like, okay, now what was the lady that came out on stage?
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga. She comes out on stage or whatever. Like, okay, yeah, that's a different song, I think. But
I just was shocked because I had never listened to his music at all, ever. Sorry. And he's not talented. I don't know why people are hyping him up. He's literally like, well,
have you seen the cuts of him saying every time he says A, and it's like A.
Yeah, it's not good.
And it's like, okay, well, if that's every other word of your song is A, then where is the actual talent? And I'm not saying there's not talented Hispanic artists or there's not talented Latino artists. I'm sure there are. Right. I know there are. Shakira, Pitbull, right? Aren't those some of the biggest names?
Yeah, absolutely.
Apparently not as big as Bad Bunny as among the strictly Spanish community, but they're big names as well. And they have some good songs, and you can actually feel what the song is actually trying to portray, even if you can't understand the language the entire time. This, you have no clue. You don't know what he's saying. You don't know what he's trying to portray. You don't know the vibe of any of the music that's actually coming out from his mouth. His mouth might just be speakers, whatever. But he's saying, hey, just every time. And it's like, what is this message?
Right.
What are you trying to make us feel? Where are we supposed to actually be like, what are you supposed to be grasping from the song? And then I'm sure it doesn't translate as well into English because it's, I don't know, a different language. But people have been translating it into English. And it's like, oh, I have one girlfriend. I have two girlfriends.
She twerk on me.
I told my aunt, I have two girlfriends now. I have one girlfriend, two girlfriend. Which one's better? Take him to the VIP. And it's like, okay, that's like
deep stuff.
That's an actual message. That's what he's trying to portray to us. And it's like, how is that top quality music? How is that Super Bowl halftime show worthy? I don't know. It's just not to me. So if you like that stuff,
even just watching through a lens of like, let's just say I like this artist and I'm not angry that it's in Spanish, which I'm sorry. I think it should be English. The talent was not there. The production was not there. It was just mid. I'm sorry. It was just mid. Yeah. When you're going up against Rihanna and those halftime shows, The Weeknd, compare it to those. It wasn't
Well,
that
here's
great.
the thing too. I knew we would have a problem with it. I knew conservatives would have a problem with it. I knew like some people would have a problem with it. I was shocked by the amount of people I saw being like, "Hey, I'm Hispanic. Hey, I like this music. Hey, I have no problem with this." But why are you performing a song in a language in a country that no one speaks? Like people that are genuinely have no problem with him or his music, or they might even be Hispanic themselves. They're confused and feel that it's off or weird or wrongly placed to have someone who only speaks Spanish in a country that only speaks English. And we could go into it all day. But
I know we ranted about this so much off camera.
But again, I would believe that's the common sense take is, hey, most of America actually doesn't speak Spanish. Most of America speaks English. Most citizens speak English. Most football fans speak English. So it would be nice if we could maybe understand one song, two songs, a couple songs from the halftime show, from the American game, the American sport. You know, it's the number one watched. It's the most followed sport in America right now, which we should talk about that on another subject too. But it's right now
American culture.
Football, basketball, and soccer is 3 now. Soccer moved baseball. So it used to be football, basketball, and soccer. Baseball, excuse me. Football, basketball, baseball. And soccer was 4.
Interesting.
And now soccer has moved to 3rd. So America's favorite pastime is now the 4th most watched, most followed sport, which is topic for another time. But I don't know. I just call me crazy, call me racist, call me immature. But it's like, no, I feel like for America's sport that's being performed on our home ground, on our country, America, it should be in English and we should probably be able to understand it. So,
and I want to talk about the message. So his main message was love is more powerful than hate.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's.
I'd never heard that before. I was like, that's really.
I know, it was really deep. It struck me. It struck a chord.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, all
Love is
right,
better
you know
than
what?
hate.
I got to stop hating, you know? And his main message at the end was about coming together. He had a football and he showed the camera the football, and on it said, "Together we are America." And then he started listing countries in the Americas. He says, God bless America. And then he starts naming other countries. And you're like, wait. So even you saying God bless America, you then go in and you diss America by calling it all of these other countries.
Oh, but America's not a country.
It's the Americas. It's
the
North
indigenous
and South.
peoples
it's
of
Canada.
North and Central and South America. It's the 2 continents of the Americas. America's not the country. No, America is the country. The Americas are the continents, if you want to say that, whatever. But I'm sorry, the United States of America, when you say the word America, you are talking about the 50 states of the free land of the USA. That's what you're talking about. So if you want to say the Americas, North America, South America, these are the groups of people, sure. Then you can list off every South American country. You can list off the US and Canada and Central America, whatever. You can list those off. But America is actually the US. And it doesn't mean America doesn't have people from those countries or immigrants from Europe or Asia or Africa. We do. We are made up of some of those people as well. So that can be America. But no, not every single one of those countries is America.
That's why Canadians are called Canadians and not Americans.
Hey, but there might have been a language barrier there. Who knows? He might have been saying the Americas.
That's true. We have no idea. But it is a really weird phenomenon lately. People wanting to be American and wanting to be included into that title, but at the same time being disgusted with the United States and wanting nothing to do with it, nothing with its culture, hating its culture. It's so odd to me.
They want to be American, but they don't want to learn the language. They don't want to adapt to our culture and customs. They don't want to integrate to our society and what we value. They want to bring absolutely everything and everyone with them where they came from and incorporate that into 100% everything in every facet of their life here. They want to be American without actually adopting anything American. So no, I'm sorry, that does not make you American. And you're right. I think this is like a problem that they're trying to like force or normalize or make seem normal is like, oh, this is the Americas. We just interchangeably flow across borders. We're a random group of people that has no bounds and no history and no borders. And This is everyone's land. This is the Americas. Together we are one. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. We have countries and borders, and peoples are different, and countries are different, and customs and laws and cultures, and they're very different.
And there's beauty in that too.
There is.
It's absolutely good to have different cultures and for them to want to stick with their own culture and to preserve that culture.
Right.
I don't know why that's such like a
There's
horrible
nothing
thing
wrong
to say.
with that. But there is something wrong with living in a country, never adopting any of its values or customs or culture, and just completely bringing over whatever you had and not changing it all for your country. And it's like, I'm sorry, there is something wrong with being an American and not speaking the language and never flying the American flag and only ever supporting your country and your flag. And it's sad. It genuinely is sad.
The fact that he flew the Puerto Rican flag before he flew the American flag
Tells you all you need to know.
is insane to me. It just is. It's American territory. It's a U.S. territory. But then he should be flying the American flag. Why fly the Puerto Rican flag before flying the American flag? I don't understand.
Where is he performing? I thought he was in the U.S. Where does he live? Oh, in the U.S. Oh, well, interesting. So why does he choose to fly the Puerto Rican flag before the American flag? Why does he choose that flag over his country's flag, the American flag? Oh, maybe it's not his country. Maybe he doesn't care about America. Maybe he doesn't like America. Did you see the baseball game that he went to?
No.
Where everyone's standing for the pledge and then for the national anthem, and he's sitting down?
No, he's not.
Baseball, one of the most conservative fan bases ever, correct? National anthem plays, Pledge of Allegiance plays, everyone in the stands is standing, and then you just zoom in on Bad Bunny just sitting there in his chair. It's like, okay.
So he doesn't like the United States.
Okay, like,
interesting.
maybe if it's not your country, maybe you don't feel like you need to respect the flag and stand. But if it is your country, you better respect the flag. You better stand. You better appreciate what this country has to offer and has to give you. So, but that's not what we see from him. That's not what we feel. That's not what I get at all. That's why he flies another flag. Oh, U.S. territory, U.S. territory. Isn't it funny how, like, he's an American citizen because it's a U.S. territory, but he doesn't want any of the responsibilities or the loyalties to or the appreciation of America. Like, yeah, he's an American citizen, but also Puerto Rico is my country. But I'm still going to live here. Don't worry. I'll still live in L.A. Because Puerto Rico is a third world country. Like, I don't want to live there, but it is my country. I would rather choose them over the other.
Right.
No, you wouldn't.
Right.
Or you would be there. So go home or make this your home. One or the other. I think that's fair. I don't know. I don't know.
There's just so much. There's just so much about it too. There's so much. Like, we could literally talk for an hour about this too. The language that he's speaking too is Spanish, and he claims he's Puerto Rican. He's from Puerto Rico. And it's funny because looking at the history, the Spaniards, okay, they're European. Spain is in Europe.
The people from Spain.
The people from Spain, Europeans, colonized Puerto Rico. They brought the Spanish language there. The people there spoke Ubi-Dubi language, and then they colonized them and gave them the Spanish language. So it is so funny to me that the left, that all these white girls are like, yes, speak your language, do your thing. But that's the colonized language. In the same way, English is the colonized language of the United States. When we came here and we colonized, I'm doing air quotes, colonized the Native Americans. It is the same thing. Europeans from Spain came to Puerto Rico, gave them Spanish, colonized them, ruined their culture. Europeans from all over came to America, colonized, ruined their culture. Like, it's the same thing, okay, so if you want to compare it.
So they're a mix, right? Most Puerto Ricans are a mix of native Puerto Ricans and Spanish settlers from hundreds of years ago. So, but they don't choose one or the other. They are Puerto Rico now. This is their culture now. Like, as far as I know, they're not ashamed that Spain conquered them and settled them,
right,
and brought them everything. Like, that's part of their culture. That's part of their history, right? So that's okay for them, but it's not okay for us as the United States. And it's funny too because they do forget that Spain's a part of Europe and that was a couple hundred years ago. Oh, I don't know, around the same time, a little bit before the settling of the U.S. So
like,
why is it any
because
different?
The Spaniards, some of them are brown. Like, that's what I'm so confused. Like, why was it okay for them to do it? I don't know. It's just funny when they're all for it, with some things and then not for it for other things.
Yeah. That's because it's never consistent.
No, it never is. Oh, and then, oh my gosh. This made me, I'm going to have an aneurysm, okay? When everyone was saying that conservatives should be happy because there was a straight wedding that happened in the middle of the halftime show. There was a wedding in the halftime show, and it ended up actually being a real wedding. I guess they were fans of Bad Bunny, and they invited Benito to their wedding, and he ended up putting them in his show, and they actually got married legally in the show. And it was a man and a woman. And so everyone's saying, like, see, conservatives, you get a straight couple. Aren't you happy?
Right. Meanwhile, the two gay dudes on the truck grinding against each other, that's normal. That's good. That's halftime show.
I'm like, pause, did I not just see a gay couple?
Right.
Grinding on each other?
Yeah.
That's not very conservative either. Like, I hate the gaslighting.
That's
I hate
funny,
the,
yeah.
like, oh,
Here's your straight
yeah,
wedding.
here's your little wedding.
Yeah, be happy.
That's not what I was asking for.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
okay,
funny.
good. I guess he didn't wear a dress.
Right.
I guess he didn't say F ice like everyone else did at the Grammys. But
Well,
it
he
still
said,
wasn't
he said it at the Grammys, so
it still wasn't a conservative show with these conservative morals and
Right.
just seeping Christian values and like, don't give me a break. I cannot believe that was even an argument. Unbelievable.
yeah.
Yeah, and then the same people that claim love is more powerful than hate are the same people that celebrated the death of a man for just being a political commentator.
Right. I saw that meme. It's like liberals like love is better than hate, and then liberals 5 months ago when Charlie Kirk got shot, they're like celebrating and dancing in the streets and like wishing it
that
would
not
happen to
hate?
someone else. Like, yeah, okay. Where was the love? Where's the love for that? I don't know. It's not there. Love is more powerful than hate when we want it to be, when it fits us, when it's you guys showing love. When it's us showing hate, hate is more powerful than love, as always. But
And I hate these stupid vague statements. What are we loving and what were we hating? I don't think anyone was. There's hateful people, but like, what are we empowering? I'm so like
love.
loving
We're
what?
empowering love.
What loving what?
The Americas. Everyone. Wait, one last thing we have to get to. We're almost out of time.
Oh.
One last thing we have to get to is Alex Earl, who you've kind of told me about, the Call Her Daddy podcast host.
No, that's Alex Cooper. Jacob.
Forget that. Okay, so Alex Earl goes to the halftime show. She's in it. I don't know if she was invited a long time. I don't know if it was like spur of the moment, whatever. But Alex Earl is in the halftime show. She's like reportedly dating Tom Brady or whatever. It's like there's a whole thing going on with there. But what's the thing about Alex Earl? Oh, she's white. Okay, so she's a white girl. She's in the halftime show. She's not like front and center, but she's in the frame of the camera. And she's popular, so everyone notices that she's there. If you've been looking on Instagram and TikTok and in the comment sections recently of Hispanic people that are posting the halftime show, there are posts dedicated to showing Alex Earl there, and every single comment is, why is she there? What is she doing on stage? Why was she invited? Dead serious. And like me on Instagram, I have to press the see translation button. See translation. Oh, what is this gringo doing on stage? And then everyone's like, who's this? Who's this? You know, and then someone's like, oh, just another gringo. You know, it's like, okay, the gringos got on stage. Oh no, there's one of them. Okay, but what's crazy to me is that they are like upset and hurt and traumatized that there was a white girl on stage supposedly because that was not a halftime show for her. What was she doing? That's not for her. In dead serious, these are their arguments and these are the comments. And this is what the population is saying. Why was she there? Who invited her? You know, it's not for her. I'm sorry. I thought the halftime show was for the Americas. That includes white people in America, correct? I'm confused why the halftime show is only for a very subset group, a minority group in the US. Why is it just for them? If it's for the Americas, that includes white people in Canada and in the US and white people throughout the Southern America and throughout the Southern Hemisphere. It's for them too, correct? So we can't have one white lady on stage?
Jacob.
Who's Alex Earl?
Love is more powerful than hate. Love is more powerful than hate. Who is Alex Earl?
Besides some gringo, who is she?
She's an influencer.
Okay. Popular influencer.
Yeah, she's a popular influencer on TikTok.
So that's somehow connection or invited or whatever. That's how she got up there. But she doesn't deserve to be up there. She's a gringo. She's not allowed to be up there. The halftime show's not for her. So if you were ever wondering or you're starting to question, why is the halftime show in Spanish? Why don't I understand any of this? Why has no one in the US, besides the percentage of Hispanic Americans, why does no one know who this guy is? Oh, because it's not for you. The halftime show was not for you. If you are a regular US citizen football fan for the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years, however old you are, you like your beer, you like your hamburgers, okay, you want to eat wings and stuff and pizza at the Super Bowl, okay, that wasn't for you. That's why no one was dancing. That's why no one was interacting in the crowd. That's why no one's singing the lyrics, okay? It wasn't for you. And I think that's an important message to remember. And again, we can go on and on, but we are out of time today. Is there anything else you want to add?
Well, I just want to add one summary here at the end because everyone is all up in arms. They're all mad that conservatives, not even conservatives, just Americans are upset that this halftime show was in Spanish. And the reason why we're upset is because it is a political statement. This wasn't just like, oh, we're going to, just do a little halftime show in some Spanish, some Espanol, we're going to get crazy. It is absolutely in your face. And there's proof of that because of them being mad about Alex Earl being on stage. A white girl being in this halftime show causes a problem. But I thought it was for everyone. Like you were saying, I'm a broken record right now, but it absolutely is a political statement, especially with everything going on right now with them, with ICE, with the border being wide open for the last decade, and so many of these people pouring in and not wanting to adopt our culture and instead pushing their culture on us. And when it makes it to a main stage of American culture, it is upsetting. It is upsetting because we're Americans and we're supposed to all have the same culture. That's not crazy to say. A country should have one culture and we should all share it and we should all be proud of it. Mm-hmm. I'm not sitting here complaining that there's no German halftime show. Why isn't there an Italian one? Why isn't there one in Greek? Or, you know what I mean? Like, because we're American and we speak English here and this is our culture. If there was a halftime show for everyone, then there should be a halftime show for everyone. Every different culture. But you know what? That would not be American and that would divide us and separate us. That's the problem, is that it's divisive. That's all the time we have for today's episode. As always, thank you for tuning in. Happy Friday. I hope you have a good weekend. Happy Valentine's Day if you have someone special. If not, have some fun with some friends. And we'll talk to you on Tuesday.